As we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. What?
Throwing on first down. Norton. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Big hold to the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 22. Jet, cover. 22.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. Benjamin, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Tight down. There you go.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready? Check. 70 ending. 59. Hey, check.
From the gun on 3rd down. Norton, the open man is Shark. It's complete. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Fournette, a first down carry. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Norton. And he will find his man on the outside. It's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold flush to his right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Jaguars' 43-yard line. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And we have it on the outside.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They try again with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On second down now, Benjamin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On third down, Norton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
59, 58, 58, come on. And let's get that home.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Norton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Norton. Benjamin's got it. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
In your face.
Now Leonard Fournette. Down right around the 25. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Norton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd down, it's Cook. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Darnold on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. but that brings up fourth.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Darnold flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Let's go, D. Tight. Three down. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's go. Trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's go. Bang, 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 bang.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Looking to throw on second down. Norton. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Benjamin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on second down, Norton. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Fournette running right. And he's got room. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The Jets take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Darnold taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Check 24, check 24. Check 30.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton there to make the grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Norton. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Norton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, sign. Mike 54.
This is Gordon as they go to him again.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, here's the run with Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Jumper.
A toss play. Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Norton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Norton. Looking left sideline. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Darnold. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl.